What's up, guys? Tony here, and today we're going to be talking about how and when SafeMoon will reach 1 cent. Without further ado, let's get into it. So, SafeMoon. What is SafeMoon? What is this crypto that 2.3 million people are holding? Well, SafeMoon is a crypto that started out with a quadrillion total supply, and then the devs burned 223 trillion, and the fair launch supply was 777 trillion. Since then, we've made our way down to around 582 trillion. You might ask, how does the supply burn? Well, here's how SafeMoon works. SafeMoon employs three simple functions: reflection, LP acquisition, and burn in each trade. The transaction is taxed at 10% fee, which is split two ways. 5% gets redistributed to all holders. So if you're holding SafeMoon, you get tokenomics. You get more tokens just by holding. It incentivizes you to hold. The other half of that 10% fee is split 50-50, half of which is sold by contract into BNB, while the other half of SafeMoon tokens are paired automatically with the previously mentioned BNB and added as a liquidity pair on PancakeSwap. So, you get that reflection, that 5%, and the other 5% is LP acquisition and burned. Now, there's a couple of things that need to happen for us to hit 1 cent. As you can see, the current price is around 0.5035. SafeMoon is very volatile. It's a very volatile investment. The price fluctuates all over the place. We can be up 30% or even 80% in one day and then down that same amount the next day. There's a lot of volatility in SafeMoon. So make sure you do your research and take your risk tolerance before investing. Now, let's talk about what we need to happen for SafeMoon to reach 1 cent. The first thing we need to happen is the continued community support in SafeMoon. We have a huge following, almost 1 million followers on Twitter. There's over 200,000 people in the Reddit community. Yeah, Discord is about 150,000 or so. Instagram over 100,000. There's a lot of followers of SafeMoon on the internet, and it's consistently trending on Twitter. Hashtag SafeMoon. Hashtag SafeMoon Army. Hashtag SafeMoon Blockchain. All of it has been trending on Twitter. So what we need to do is to keep that noise going. Keep spreading awareness and just keep growing the SafeMoon Army. Why I say this is because we've seen what's happened due to community support alone. We have Dogecoin, which is an inflationary token, unlimited supply, and Dogecoin was able to go at one point from 0.001 all the way up to its peak here at about 68 cents. Now, it's back down to about 32 cents, but it came from 0.001. That's an increase of 67,900%. That's amazing. And that's all off the strength of community support alone. Now, if we saw that same price increase, we could go from our current price right now to about 0.0025. We're almost there. To a penny at that point, and that's from the strength of community support alone. That right there exemplifies why we need to grow the SafeMoon Army in order to see that 1 cent in the future for SafeMoon. We'll talk about that a little later when we break down the math, but that's number one. Number two is the roadmap. We have the SafeMoon wallet, the SafeMoon cart, we have the exchange, we have the NFT exchange, we have the NFT integration, we have Project Phoenix, we have the blockchain, we have it all. We have so many things on the roadmap, but in order to hit 1 cent, we have to start actually hitting the objectives on the roadmap. I'm not saying we have to hit them fast, but in order to hit 1 cent, we have to hit objectives on the roadmap. Once we have the wallet, once we have the exchange, once we have the blockchain and all else, we'll be able to be a direct competitor of Binance. And we've seen what Binance was able to do, coming from 10 cents all the way up to a peak of $662.23. Now, that increase from 10 cents to $662.23 is an increase of 662,130%. If SafeMoon were to see an increase from the current price of 662,130%, our price would be a little over 2 cents. So if we're able to be a direct competitor of Binance, we would be able to see a 2-cent SafeMoon. But again, first thing that we need to happen, continued community support. Second thing we need to happen is we need to hit the objectives on the roadmap. And that's how we can see 1 cent. Now let's talk about the math behind a 1 cent SafeMoon. So how and when? We're going to take the SafeMoon price of 0.0000035. The market cap is around 2.5 million. The total supply right now is 582 trillion. Based on the same market cap right now, if we were to keep the same market cap, we would need a total supply for 1 cent of 250 billion tokens. We would have to go from 582 trillion to 250 billion. Is that possible? Well, if they don't stop the burn, but there's so many whales with trillions of tokens that it's going to be hard for that to happen. The total burn needed would be 581.75 trillion. That's a 99.96% burn. So how could we make it so that we don't have to burn so much in order to hit 1 cent SafeMoon? Well, the only way that we can make it so that we don't have to burn so many tokens in order to see a 1 cent SafeMoon is if our market cap increases. And that's only going to happen once we start hitting objectives on the roadmap and get higher volume. And that's how we're going to hit a 1 cent SafeMoon. Let's check out those comparisons. Look, Binance here. So if we hit the blockchain, we have the wallet, we have the exchange, and not to mention the other things that aren't even taken into account with this comparison with Binance, which would be the NFT exchange, Mooncraft, and other video game integrations. The hardware wallet and everything we have going on with Project Phoenix should be taken into account. Now, obviously, it's not a one-to-one comparison because their supply is much lower than ours is, but we're going to see what kind of supply we need to get in order to see a similar market cap to theirs. Because we could potentially see volumes that they see. We could potentially see a market cap similar to theirs. So we can also take Dogecoin into account here. So if we look, Doge is at 40 billion, Binance is at 53 billion. So we're going to go somewhere in the middle. We'll look at 45 billion. So that's in between Doge and Binance. And I know a lot would have to happen to get there, but I just want to look at the math here behind potentially comparing Doge and Binance. And that's because of the two things we need to see. That 1 cent SafeMoon, which is the community backing that Doge has, and to hit the objectives on the roadmap, which would essentially make us a competitor of Binance. Once we start hitting those objectives and seeing the volume, it's possible we could see a market cap just like this. And in order to hit 1 cent, if we have a $45 billion market cap, we would only need the supply to go down to 4.5 trillion. Are they going to stop the burn at some point? Most likely. Is it going to go down to 4.5 trillion? I don't know. But if we're able to get the supply down to where we see 4.5 trillion, then this is going to show you when we're going to be able to hit that 1 cent SafeMoon. So in order to see 1 cent in 2 years, assuming we can reach a market cap of 45 billion in 2 years, we would need a daily burn of 790 billion on average. Going all the way down to 8 years, as you can see, the math speaks for itself. There you have it, guys. SafeMoon to the moon. Let's go. Make sure you click on a video on the screen to learn more about crypto. Thanks, guys.